I've been a freelance writer and graphic designer for almost 15 years. During this time, I've worked with a lot of clients and other freelancers. Today, I want to discuss 5 tips that help you gain new clients and retain your existing ones. These tips are beyond just learning new writing or design skills. They're more focused on your approach to interacting with clients and building better relationships. I found these tips to be invaluable, and they have helped me win new clients and have my existing clients continue to increase the amount of projects they assign me. Hope these tips will do the same for you, so let's get started. My first suggestion is to always be prepared when meeting a new or potential client. Whether it's for writing or design projects, you should extensively study them or their company before the first meeting. At the very least, look them up on LinkedIn or read their website so you have a general idea of what services they offer or the products they sell. You can never have too much information. This knowledge will show them that you took the time to be prepared, that you have an interest in what they do, and they'll have confidence in your ability to support them. They don't expect you to know everything about their company or to be able to talk endlessly about their services. But if you can participate in a basic conversation about what they do, you'll be ahead of most freelancers. In its simplest form, business is when a person or a company needs a problem solved that they can't solve themselves, so they hire another person or a company to solve it for them. While you might be a graphic designer or a writer, your job ultimately is to solve client problems. Their problem may be that they need a brochure laid out to create awareness about a new project or a blog post written to show potential clients that they're experts in their field. Once you've solved these types of problems and clients learn they can rely on you, they may come to you with other problems that might be slightly outside of your skill set. If this happens, it's because they trust you and they don't know who else to ask. I always see this as a great opportunity for me to expand my knowledge and the types of services I can offer in the future. I have a background in graphic design and writing, but I have creative interests in various areas such as audio and video editing, animation, illustration, and marketing. When clients in the past have asked me to handle something for them outside of my previous experience, but maybe related to other interests, I have no problem telling them I'll take care of it. If they're asking me, that means they trust me to handle it. If you don't know how to do something, but you think you can learn how, then be comfortable accepting that responsibility. I've always thought that with enough hard work, a library, and YouTube, you can learn how to do anything, and usually very quickly. As you continue to earn your clients' trust, this will happen more and more. So be prepared to say that you can take care of it for them. This is how I've increased how much my clients rely on me to support their businesses, which provides me with a certain amount of job security, but also means I've been paid to learn new skills. Ultimately, the more open I am to taking on new projects outside of my standard skill set benefits both me and them. As I said in the previous section, clients want you to help them solve their problems. One of the ways I do that is by acting as a project manager. Now, I've never been called a project manager. I've never been hired to be a project manager, but I make managing projects an essential part of my job. A goal of mine is to never have someone ask me, where are we at on a project? If they have to ask me that, then I'm not keeping them informed on how the project is coming along. So I regularly check in with clients on the status of projects before they can check in with me. This creates a sense of trust and lets them know they don't have to worry about whether or not I'm moving the project forward. I also strive to meet their deadlines, which isn't that difficult if I'm the only one working on a project. However, sometimes I need to work with other resources, such as people within their company that I need information for. As an example, I might need data for marketing to create graphs or content from IT to write a blog article. If possible, I work directly with these resources to get the information I need instead of going to my client to act as the go-between. The more responsibility I take on means my clients can limit their involvement on the projects I've been assigned, allowing them to focus on other projects, which is why they hired me. Your ability to do this will vary from client to client and how long you've had a relationship with those clients, because they may not want you contacting people directly. But the more you can show them that you complete work as independently as possible, the more your clients will appreciate your ability to handle anything they give you. I think taking a project too personally is one of the worst mistakes a freelancer can make, especially graphic designers and writers. I've seen freelancers become so enamored with a project that they don't like taking edits from their clients because those edits don't fit the freelancer's vision of what they think the final project should be. What they don't understand is their vision doesn't matter if it doesn't align with the client's vision. Whether it's changing a word or a color, you should always follow a client's request unless there's some legal or ethical reason not to. If I don't agree with the client's changes, I'll usually explain my perspective. Sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't. If they don't agree with my advice, then I just make their change. I take one opportunity to express what I think is best, but ultimately it's their project and you need to respect that. You have to remember you were hired to complete the project to their satisfaction and specifications. If you want to have full control of a project, you need to work on your own projects in your spare time so you have complete creative freedom. Don't burden your clients' projects with your personal attachments. If you have issues accepting their edits and revising your work to meet their needs, they'll be able to tell, and it will negatively impact your relationship, which could result in them giving you less or no work in the future. My last piece of advice is to always be professional. You need to always conduct yourself with the understanding that everyone you work with is a client or a potential client. It's easy to become comfortable around people, especially if you worked with them for a long time, but I would recommend you not get too comfortable. I don't talk about religion, politics, social issues, gossip, or personal issues when I'm around clients. I really go out of my way to keep things focused on business. You may think it's okay when you hear others do it, but I try to avoid it. I try to stay neutral when non-business conversations arise. This approach keeps things simple. I don't have to worry later about things I might have said, if people interpreted my meaning incorrectly, or if I offended someone. This isn't to say you can't be yourself. You absolutely should. People can tell when you aren't being authentic. But that doesn't mean you have to give your opinion on any topic that comes up. Also, be respectful and empathetic to others, no matter who they are, and be aware of cultures beyond your own. I have to work with a lot of different people throughout multiple organizations, and I don't want anyone to have a preconceived notion about who I am or what I think because it could affect how they perceive me. This could make performing my job to the best of my abilities difficult, and that is my end goal, to deliver the best results for any project I'm given. If I keep things professional throughout all of my business relationships, then that's one less thing I have to worry about. I hope this video has given you a few tips on how to improve your relationships with your clients and how to be a better freelancer. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have any freelance questions you'd like for me to answer, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.